On July 28, 1966, a counter-coup was carried out by Nigerian northern military officers following the January 15, 1966 coup. The coup was led by Lieutenant Colonel Murtala Mohammed, Theophilus Danjuma, Martins Adamu, and Muhammadu Buhari. The initial goal of the coup was the secession of the North from Nigeria, which was termed Araba. Murtala initially intended to blow up the Kata Bridge in Lagos, seize the North, and back away from Nigeria entirely. But through intense pressure from northern senior civil servants, British and American diplomats, who warned saying the North was a locked land and economically unviable, then the plan was changed to taking over the Nigerian government instead. The coup was sponsored by anger from the January 15 killings of northern political leaders like Ahmadu Bello Tafawa Balewa, and also the Unification Decree No. 34 by Aguiyi Ironsi, and the failure to prosecute the plotters of the January 15, 1966 coup. The coup began at Abeokuta garrison at midnight on July 28 and quickly spread through Ikeja, Kaduna, and Kano. At Abeokuta, the Northern Commission officers and junior officers simply walked into the officers' mess hall and quarters and shot every Igbo officers they find. With the fall of Abeokuta, the Northern officers moved to Ikeja Battalion in Lagos, which became the headquarters of the coup. They seized and controlled the airport, making sure no one could flee. At Ibadan, Lieutenant Colonel Theophilus Danjuma led a team to arrest the head of state, Aguiyi Ironsi, who has visited Lieutenant Colonel Adekunle Fajuyi in the government house at Ibadan. Danjuma confronted Aguiyi and accused him of being a junta leader who failed to prosecute the January 15 coup plotters. Aguiyi and Fajuyi were tied and thrown into the back of a Land Rover and beat him until they arrived Lalupon Forest, where they were both executed. At Kano, it was a purge at the 5th Battalion. Igbo officers were killed in hundreds. At Kano International Airport, currently Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, southeastern passengers trying to flee the north were rounded up in hundreds and killed. At the Kano train station, thousands were killed by armed mobs and mutinous soldiers. And when the train finally reached Enugu, thousands of bodies were found dead in the train. Within the space of 48 hours, Igbo civilians were killed in their homes and business places in thousands in Kano. On the 1st of August 1966, General Yakubu Gowon was made head of state as Murtala Mohammed was too radical to lead. Due to the massive killings of the Igbo, secession of Biafra was set in motion, and Ojukwu raised the call for all Igbos to flee the north and come back home. If this was helpful, do well to share and leave a comment.